See what you got.
First and foremost, I'd like to point out that we both have Astro shit on, and this is unplanned.
Oh, your hat is your hat Astros? I
Yeah,
can't see it.
it's like the ice cream cup and a
Oh,
little
I haven't seen that. Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, so it's a little less, surprising with me because I remember my wife said that's my whole personality, but you do have some on, so we happen to match. They are the leaders in their division right now. Hopefully they hold on. And Jordan, potentially first crown winner since 2012. That'd be cool. But welcome to episode number 75 of Long Lost Pals, our Graveler episode. Now, a couple of things. It is our last episode of season three. Now, I don't think we're really going to change anything. We're not doing like segments anymore, but this is our last. We've been doing them in groups of 25 for forever, so I feel like we should just keep that format. Season four will probably be the exact same as season three, but Karrin says she's tired of the Pokemon. But I will raise a grievance. We have one new listener as of a couple weeks ago. It's my cousin, and he said he likes the Pokemon shtick. So I mean, if one of our three listeners likes it, I mean, do we betray the people? Like, are we a show of the people or are we not? Because we don't have that many people. We got to
I
please somebody. What is your
okay.
mom like?
I'll raise a point that if I can think of something better than Pokemon to go with the numbers, then you have to at least consider.
Very down to consider. I'm talking about the audience. I don't necessarily want to continue the Pokemon. I was like, God damn, though, do we betray one of our two listeners? I don't know.
Okay, I'll start cooking on something else,
I've
but
got one idea we can discuss offline, even though it's such a small part of the show, it doesn't even matter.
yeah.
But
Clearly it's making an impact though.
boots on the ground stuff right there. But this is a show of the weekly bottom five. The weekly bottom five is just a chance for. Oh, I'm Joy, by the way. I don't know if I said that.
Nope, I'm Corinne. You actually didn't do the introduction this time.
Oops. Well, it's just a chance for us to go over five things from the previous week that pissed us off. It could be personal, it could be pop culture, it could be political, it can be sports related. We have a 10-minute timer to keep us on track. Corinne goes first and we alternate. So, Corinne, whenever you're ready, get us off to a hot start with our final episode of season three.
I got you, buddy. Actually, you spawned this thought because I had been thinking about it last season during football season, and you mentioned Kalshi last week when we were recording. I was like, you know what? Let's talk about sports betting apps. Kalshi, FanDuel, Draft Picks, DraftKings, I mean, whatever the fuck it is. Let's talk about how they have this commercial for sports betting. And then at the end of the commercial, they say, if you have a gambling addiction, please call this number for help. Motherfucker, y'all are fucking creating the gambling addiction. You got people betting on fucking little league pee wee baseball, and you're gonna sit here and be like, but guys, don't go overboard. What are we doing, man? This is such fucking bullshit. And every time I see one of those commercials, that disclaimer pisses me off because I'll be like, y'all are so fucking full of it. Y'all are perpetuating and creating the gambling addicts. And you're going to sit here and be like, but guys, if you need help from the problem that we've created, please call this number, which probably isn't even being funded anymore. Fuck those. That's all that I had to. When you said Kalshi, I was like, you know what? I fucking don't like that app either.
To be fair, it's kind of like the little shit they say at the end of cigarette commercials and at the end of like all the
Drinking,
drugs.
same thing.
Yeah.
Please drink responsibly. Bitch, you know people ain't out here drinking responsibly.
And like, all the podcasts I get, like it's all ED stuff and it's all sports gambling. Like those like apparently that's the demographic of a middle-aged man. It's ED and sports gambling. Luckily, I don't struggle with either of those things. So thank God I'm doing all right for myself apparently. And then the other thing was yeah, it's also interesting when they have like specific numbers for specific states. Like certain states get their own shout out of certain like
Yeah.
hotlines and shit. I'm like, well, bitch, I don't know what you're doing in Kansas, but at least I know that there's a gambling line for people to call out there. Um, my number five, I'm going with a word in the English dictionary, which could also be in other dictionaries, perhaps. Corinne, are you a subtitles person when it comes to television programming?
No.
I enjoy subtitles. I think one is sometimes you listen to it kind of low because my kids are sleeping. Sometimes I'm just an old man. I need to see what I'm reading. Or if it's like one of those shows with people weird ass names like Game of Thrones, it helps. A word that's been popping up on my feed recently only happens in violent shows, and you know exactly what's happening when I say this word is the word squelch. I've watched multiple shows recently where people suffer from stab wounds, and it just says squelching noise or squelch, which is a disgusting word. There's a lot of beef with people out there with the word moist. At least it's a word that describes delicious cakes and other things that are, good. Squelch, nothing good's coming from the word squelch. It makes me squirm every time I read the shit. I don't like it because I know exactly what act's happening. And sometimes you see the subtitles before the action happens. I'm like, oh, it's a little spoiler. Someone's about to get stabbed or shanked. But disgusting word. I hate it. That's my number five.
Yeah, somebody got squelched up the ass in the House of Dragons finale. I'm not gonna give a spoiler as to who, but I know I when you said the word, I was like, that was a squelching. So I'm
I don't want anybody to get squelched.
gonna let that. All right, my
I went
number.
from Game of Thrones, or I went from House of Dragon to a show with motorcycle gangs to now I'm watching a prison show. So there's going to be a lot of squelching in every single
Yeah,
show. I'm going to
you're
see
not gonna
squelch.
be able to escape it now.
No
All
squelch
right,
escape.
my number four this week. Let me spin this. Just give me a second. People who have quote unquote trust issues. You talk to these people and they're like, yeah, I just can't date because I have trust issues. Bitch, do you think that all of us are just blindly walking around trusting people? I've never been lied to in my life. I don't have any problem trusting people. That's why I'm in a relationship. That's how you got married, Joey. You didn't have any trust issues. Des didn't have any trust issues. Yeah, these are the only people in the selective fucking universe that have trust issues.
They're special.
Oh, okay, yeah. Don't ever date again in your life because you don't trust people. You grow the fuck up. Stop using that shit as a crutch. Go to therapy. Please seek fucking help because hearing that just I'm like, oh, you have trust issues. Oh, no wonder you're having such a hard time dating. I feel so sorry for you. I've never been lied to in my life. Pisses me the fuck off, man.
Yeah, that's a way to anger people, specifically you. I'm gonna do a squelch segue, if you will. So I talked about one of the shows where I saw this happening, and it was Task. So I watched the show Task recently, and in this first season, I guess they're making a second season. In this first season, they investigated a motorcycle gang. Fantastic show. I was only like a year late on this one relative to the one I'm watching right now, where I'm like four
Yes,
years
you're
late.
like, yeah.
But anyway, and I watched Sons of Anarchy before, and number four on my list is just motorcycle gang friendships. Because you know who kills people in motorcycle gangs? Your best friends. Every single show, it's like, oh, you wear the patch, you do whatever for the patch. And then all that happens is people with the same patch end up banging each other's wives or girlfriends or cheating on each other or siblings, lying about it, dealing each other's drugs, doing each other's drugs, and then killing each other. These are very toxic relationships, very toxic friendships, not a real friendship. You got to cut people's tattoos off their backs and shit. So I just got to say, I'm glad I'm scared of motorcycles. I'm glad I'm scared of joining gangs because I don't fit in with any of this culture. And I like friendships that are based upon camaraderie and having a good time and not killing each other. So I'm going to go with motorcycle gang friendships as my number four.
I love how that could be applied to like every gang. Like
Fair
any
enough.
fucking gang. They're all the mafia, like everybody's taking them each
Well,
other
now when you
out.
say it like that, yeah, but I just, motorcycle gangs are
No,
also
you're no, you're on your motorcycle gang kick right now. I'll let you have it. My number three this week. I've been seeing this new ChatGPT commercial. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like rampant now. It's like this old lady with her knitting needles, and she's like, "How do I knit a sweater for my grandchild?" And ChatGPT was like, "Oh, Betty, what a knee slapper, you old coot." And she's like, "Thanks
ooh,
so much, ChatGPT." And I'm like, first of all, fuck you, you old lady. You're selling us fucking propaganda, you bitch. Second of all, how is this even allowed? ChatGPT is being sued by like 500 people right now because they stole all of our data and they're using it to train their fucking robots. How are they allowed to have fucking commercials on television? This is what happens when you deregulate capitalism. They are selling you propaganda. And it just now the same commercial is everywhere. And I know you've seen it. That must be why you're laughing.
I feel like I've heard it and I've seen it. And the funniest part is like old people can't even use YouTube. And you want to convince me that old people are going to use Chat GPT? Like, all right, give me some shit with some people our age needing help with a resume. Give me some
Get
college
that
students
shit out of
cheating on an
here.
assignment. Give something like this because Ain't no old lady in America, maybe elsewhere, but not in America for sure, especially these MAGA grandmas learning how to do stuff on AI.
You know what the problem with that is? Like you said, okay, these kids, oh yeah, show them using it to write a paper. Can't do that because we have to make everybody think that these kids can do this on their own, and ChatGPT isn't writing their papers for them. Oh, show people using it to fix their resume. We don't have a jobs employment problem. Can't point that out. So now you see these commercials that are like, how do I fix my car? And it's like, well, first of all, turn the car on. Like, what the fuck? These are the most useless fucking robots ever, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, like I've become like so resistant to AI that I've know like at sometimes it could probably benefit me. I think there's been times even my dad has been like, "Oh, you got to keep up with the times." And my dad's like not doing it to learn how to knit me a sweater or to learn how to fix a car or anything like that. But he was using it. I don't remember what the hell he was using it for. But I just refuse to do the shit. Like I just can't. Like I refuse. I'm dumb enough. I don't need computers to make me more dumb. I was gonna say dumber, which is not a word. So glad I fixed that. I don't need, I was going to ask AI if dumber is a word. I need to make sure that I'm staying sharp in my old age. You know what I'm saying? AI is not going to help me. And I don't want to pick up Sudoku puzzles just yet. So this is all I got. Number three for me. So I saw something that was like a post from your president earlier today. But I'm not a boomer like you, so I like to do my research and make sure it's authentic posts so I don't get fooled by said AI because that happens. Sometimes I think I see a real post and it is in fact not real. So I do my background check, right? So unfortunately, because your president got kicked off of Twitter, I now had to log on. Well, not log on. I don't have a downloaded profile like you on your phone. I had to go to the browser version of Truth Social.
So
Have
it's
you
in your
ever,
history. It was already there. It filled in the browser history when
first of
you
all, do it.
said true, and it said truesocial.com backslash Donald Trump's page.
Let me tell you, first and foremost, doing that shit in public, I was so nervous that people thought I was actually on that bitch scrolling because I was looking for the specific thing. I was like, oh, catching up on my news. Like, no, and especially where I was at, like even more country ass place than I live. And I was like, oh God, I
They
swear to God.
probably would have. They probably would have been like, "Hey, brother."
But I was, hey, did you see that one? But I was literally just trying to look some shit up. Um, I never found it, so I guess it didn't exist or it happened years ago or months ago, and I wasn't going to dig that deep.
Yeah.
But first of all, can we talk about? I mean, maybe it's because I don't have the premium version, or maybe because I don't have the app. If there is an app, that is the worst shit I have ever seen. Because for one, it's a knockoff of Twitter. We all know that. There's retruths and shit like that. In between every single goddamn truth that this guy posts, there's at least one ad, if not two. On top of that, you're getting pop-up ads. So it's just propaganda getting slung at you. So if I wanted to go two truths down, I had to go through two ads, sometimes a pop-up. And I'm looking through this guy's feed on the feed, there's a goddamn AI video of him and George Washington walking through the ballroom. He's got him and George Washington sitting next to each other on horses. I'm like, what the fuck is actually happening here? Like, how is this your timeline right now? And then I found one where he's like going to war with daylight savings time. This guy likes going to war so much that now he's got a beef with clocks. It's like, bitch, we know you're old. We know you're senile. We know it confuses the shit out of you when the clocks go back an hour or forward an hour. But that's like the big thing he wants to take on right now is to make sure we never have to change our clocks. That one on your stove, that one in your car, he can't stand for that shit. So you know what? That's something I want to take a big stance on. That shit is the worst piece of shit social media I've ever seen. God damn it. That's my number three.
Meanwhile, he can't even draw a fucking clock. We know you fucking failed them cognitive tests, bitch. And you know what? I'm glad you brought him up because let's get into my number two of your favorite Secretary of fucking Health. He gives this fucking presser, RFK Jr., last week. First of all, Trump is knocked the fuck out next to him. I don't know if you saw this clip, but he's like knocked the fuck out 1 foot from RFK Jr., who is projecting to an entire room, which is like impossible for anybody who's not fucking dementia ridden. RFK Jr. is sitting here giving this terrible informative speech on vaccines, which we know is bullshit. He's like, I don't know if you saw the clip, but he's like shaking while he's like trying to hold these papers and he's like shuffling them around while he's giving this information. And I was like, sir, do you have fucking Parkinson's or are you going through withdrawal from fucking methamphetamines? Like, what is going on in this fucking room right now? Trump's knocked the fuck out snoring next to him. He's shaking over here trying to talk about vaccines, wrong doses and shit. I'm like, this is crazy. You are not the beacon of picture perfect health. I don't want medical advice from you, sir. How are these people in the Oval Office right now?
He's on his well, first of all, he didn't chug any milk with Kid Rock that day, so he's probably struggling to get through, and he might be having like cow penis withdrawals or some shit like that. Or it could just be cocaine withdrawals from snorting them off the toilet seats like he used to do, according to him. Number two for me, I'm going with doctors scaring you. So I went to a dental checkup the other day. Just went in, and I'm like on the way out the door. They're like, everything looks great. Just make sure you floss. I'm like, yeah, I'm tired sometimes. I don't floss every day. They're like, do this shit in the shower, do something just to make sure you get it done. I'm like, cool. I'm literally about to get up. I took the goofy ass sunglasses off. I'm really about to like get out of there. And like the dentist is sitting down and they're like, him and the assistant, like, hey, wait, what's that? I'm like, oh, great, and they're like, but of that, I'm doing that to my tongue, and I'm like, they're like, do you bite your tongue? I was like, yeah, I have a problem where I fall asleep a lot, and sometimes I was like, I think I subconsciously bite my tongue to like try to keep myself awake. Doesn't work, but I try to do it. And they're like, okay, yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's on that. And they're like digging at my tongue. I'm like, cool. So I sit there and the dentist is like, hey, just so you know, there's like a lesion on the left side. Could be from biting, but it is a red flag. I'm like, red flag for what? And he says the C word. And I'm like, oh, sick. So now I have mouth cancer. So he's like, I'm going to write a referral for an oral surgeon. You're going to go in there, you're going to get it checked out just to make sure. I do this, quite frequently. I've only had one diagnosis come out of this. So obviously, at first, I'm like, sick. Let me not freak out in this chair because I might have mouth cancer. Let me just try to keep it cool. I'm like, wrong, long lost pal, buddy. This is the one over here that was over here eating soup out of plastic bowls in the microwave and was like, bring it on, cancer. I was not saying bring it on, cancer. Was not saying that at all. So I'm like paranoid. My life's flashing before my eyes. That whole afternoon, I'm staring at my kids like, oh God, I'm not going to see you hit 2 years old. I'm just like freaking out and shit. Mind you, I just had a friend pass away from cancer like a year ago. So I've had family members. So I'm like incredibly spooked by this shit. It's one of my irrational fears that I'm going to die of that shit like tomorrow.
Not irrational at all, by the
And
way.
then literally like, okay, so like I'm freaking out for a whole day, having a rough ass time. And then the past couple days I've gotten over it, you know what I'm saying? I haven't been worried about it. But the worst part is I'm trying to book this scheduled appointment and they're like, oh, you can't call, you have to book it online. They scheduled me an appointment for a month and a half away. I'm like, God damn, bitch, if this is cancer, it's just gonna get 20 times worse in the next month and a half. So not only do I can't get confirmation whether it's cancer or not, now I gotta wait a month and a half. So I got that shit bumped up till the 28th of August. So hopefully we don't get any bad news in a couple weeks. But thank you for ruining my day, doctor. Luckily, after about 2 days, I got over the shit, and it is what it is. But let's hope I don't have mouth cancer because that would not be my favorite thing
And
that's
let's
happening.
hope that in what 2 weeks it doesn't go from one stage to a worse stage.
Let's hope not. That was not inviting it. I did not. I did not RSVP for cancer. Karrin was like, "Oh, I'm down. Microwave my soup in plastic."
Yep, you should have ate those red M&Ms anyways, all right. Number one for me, I'm gonna kind of get serious on this one because I just gotta say, ruined my day yesterday. Hayden Panettiere dying.
Mm.
R.I.P. to that queen, man. And you know what? All of we got celebrities in our age group. That she was fucking 1 year older than me. Like, it's fucking crazy, man. And it's sad. And the one thing that I really want to complain about is like, bro, why are all the decent white people dying? Why the fuck ain't the evil white motherfuckers dying? It's way more of that. Like, I don't understand. This poor
Large
young
population.
woman, this poor young woman doesn't have a blemish on her. There's not one person that has anything bad to say about that nice young lady. Meanwhile, we got fucking these crazy pedophiles running the goddamn country. They're Caucasian. Why aren't the bad ones dying? Why aren't the racist ones dying? Why is fucking what's his name, George Zimmerman? Why the fuck is he still running around? And Hayden Panettiere had to die. R.I.P. to that queen. That's all I wanted to say. I had to bring that up, man.
R.I.P. to my girl Cheryl Yost, man. Yeah.
I'm about to run up Scream 4 tonight. I'm about to turn that shit on as soon as we done. So, R.I.P. to damn, what was her name? Kirby. Oh, she was smoking in Scream 4, man. R.I.P. to that was a real one right there.
Uh, I'm going with number one for me is the dudes like protesting or forming a support team at the Tate brother trials outside in Florida, aka the National Fatherless Alliance. Like this is grown ass men. Like first of all, y'all are protesting like the fact that y'all are grown men and this dude is your hero. Like damn bitch, I know you didn't grow up with a dad. Like sorry, I did bitch and I'm sorry. I'm not like holier than thou, but maybe that's why. Cause that shit there is embarrassing as shit. You're a grown man. They're out here doing push-ups and shit. Bitch, them push-ups don't clear him a rape. Like it's not like this dude got charged with like a white collar crime. It's not like this guy got charged with what's a decent crime, Karrin? Give me a decent crime.
B&E, good old B&E.
Breaking and entering. I don't know if that's a good crime. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys are accused of like rape and human trafficking, and that is the pedestal you want to stand on. Those are the guys you want to do push-ups for. Those guys are your positive motivation. Like that shit is so embarrassing. Like, look, man, if it's like 12, 13-year-olds falling for this dumb shit, like that's one thing. You guys are grown ass men following some dudes who are getting convicted and accused and hopefully convicted of some terrible ass crimes. Like
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
that's the bridge you want to die on, and you're gonna do these weak ass like non-complete ass push-ups to protest. Like this shit is so embarrassing. Like this is the dudes you inspire. These are the dudes right here. Like that shit is so goddamn lame. Like I've never been more embarrassed, like secondhand embarrassment, than to see this group of dudes. That is my number one.
Yeah, I saw fucking some of the text, or I don't know if he was tweeting from jail or what, from Andrew Tate, of it be like, they have me in shoe and the food is so bad and it's just so sad in here, guys. And it's like, oh, jail isn't fun. I hate that for you, bitch. I hope you rot in there, you fucking asshole.
Like, I just, and no offense to people who don't have dads out there. I hope you didn't turn out like Andrew Tate. That was not a shot at people who don't have dads. That was my
No,
fault.
look, none taken. None taken, pal. Don't sweat it. I'm not. I didn't catch not an ashtray in that statement. And if
It,
they did, then the hit dogs will fucking holler.
it's okay. I got cancer. All right, that wraps up episode number 75.
Hey, you won't have to worry about losing your hair in chemo. That's a win.
Just my life. We appreciate our supporters, aka my cousin, aka Karrin's mom, aka I think my wife's finally listening. It took us 75 episodes, but I think she's like she was trying to help us out with some marketing style shit, but still looking
You
for
know what? My girlfriend says she ran up a couple of episodes last week. We're on our way up, King. We are on our fucking way up.
but like to get more listeners, are you gonna have to break up and start dating somebody else? Am I have to get me remarried again so we can get one? No, because then we'll lose a
Oh,
listener if we do that.
yeah,
That's bad math.
yeah. Mm-mm.
And
No,
that
we
was a
have to
joke, Des.
keep.
Now you're listening. I don't want to get divorced ever, and I'll be dead by the time you see this. Don't worry.
No, we have to keep no, we have to keep our relationship strong and good. We have to do positive couples content. That's how that we can lean into that aspect. Yeah, we got this.
Anti-Andrew Tates on this show.
Yeah.
Anti-Andrew Tates. Let's show you how to treat a woman. You know what I'm saying? And do real push-ups. Should we do like a push-up tutorial for those idiots down there in Florida? Like show them how it's done. Um, Shout out to anybody who listens. Shout out to fatherless people that are actually good people despite their circumstances. And you
You're
know,
welcome. Well received.
and hopefully I'm not staying fly as an angel when I pass away from cancer. But if that's the case, stay fly.